22nd, 2024. 24, April 24th. Saying it again, we'll make it the 22nd week. 24, I'm sorry. April 24, 2024. We'll call the meeting to order. We'll begin with the invocation. Chief Jones, you give the invocation.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you tonight. We thank you for everything that you have done for us today. We thank you for everything that has transpired today. Now, Lord, we ask you for your guidance on the city council meeting. Everything we do and say will be pleasing in your sight. Conduct will be acceptable to you. Again, all of the cities and statements that are made tonight will be conducted to the city, not only to the city, but to the people. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Chief, for the invocation. Meeting minutes. Anybody have any questions about the meeting minutes as presented to you today? There's no question about the meeting minutes. I entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the previous meeting.
Make a motion.
I second that motion.
There's been a motion and a second to approve the previous week's meetings. Are there any other discussion? If not, we'll move on with the voting sign. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed? Independent chair, the ayes have it. And the motion carries. On the unfinished business on board appointments, Mrs. Ingram couldn't come tonight. Also, she was not able to be on the appointed, but she's still up. And any other person that is interested in working on boards can submit their names. That's an open and continuous agenda item. As far as is there any other discussion on that part? Item number 2, architect RFQ. The architect RFQ, the meetings that we had them last week. So we're waiting on a figure from one of our departments to move forward with the next process as far as architect selection. So that being said, there's no other updates that we have at this time for architect RFQ. Is there any questions about that? All right. Item number 3, social media policy. We haven't been able to meet as a group to discuss it, so I recommend that we just put the L on it, and then leave social media policy on there to the next time we're able to meet jointly. Is there any objection to that?
No.
All right. Being that we don't have any new business, we'll move on to accounts payable. Are there any accounts payable? Are there any questions about the bills that's presented to you today? All right, being that there's no bills, I get a motion to approve the bills as presented to you today.
Make a motion to pay the bill.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and second to pay the bills as presented to you today. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the opinion chair, the ayes have it, and the motion carries. Item number, I'm sorry, Chief. The report.
You got a copy. Everybody got
Oh, okay. All right. Chief Jones of the fire department.
No
report. No report. Chamber of Commerce report. The only thing we got is the Dogwood Festival is coming up. It's on the screen outside. I think it's May the 5th. May the 5th. So we'll go out.
No.
May 4th and 5th. 4th is the Saturday. Yeah.
It's the 3rd.
3rd and 4th.
Yeah,
May 3rd and 4th. I'm gonna get it right after a while. May 3rd and May 4th. That's the dates for that. If you want to be a vendor, the forms are out front. You can get in contact with Ms. Catherine Lavender. Museum reports on May the 4th. They'll have the reenactment, and on May the 3rd, they'll have some stuff going on too. So if you want to be interested in that, that's coming up. Not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend coming up. So we'll any other questions or discussion about museum? All right. Being that not, are there any? We'll move on to unscheduled public appearance. Is there any person in the public that would like to have something to say?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Katie Barber. I'm from the Senior Activity Center. And we sent a letter to you all in reference to our safety there. And I'm just going to read the letter for the benefit of the ones that didn't get it. Uh, we bring attention to the needs of the Aliceville Senior Center and to request support from the City Council in addressing these important matters. As you may be aware, the Aliceville Senior Center plays a vital part in our community by providing essential services, support, and companionship to our senior citizens. However, in recent times, we have identified several areas where additional resources and assistance are needed to ensure the continued success and effectiveness of the center. The infractions of the Aliceville Senior Center requires attention and improvement, from maintenance and repairs to lighting upgrades. There are several areas where investment is needed to create a safe, welcoming, and inclusive environment for all members of our community. During the fire department inspection, it was brought to our attention that we are in need of the following things: fire alarms, locking our windows are locked, fire extinguishers, smoke detectors, radon detector, carbon monoxide detector, gas detector. Because of the lack of these things, it poses a safety concern for our seniors and staff. We want the safety of our seniors at the forefront. Therefore, having these upgrades will ensure that our seniors are safe. Secondly, there's a need for exit signs, light bulbs, bathroom drains, and a bigger water heater. We would like to know that our seniors would know where to exit the building in case of an emergency. To ensure that our seniors have proper lighting, we are asking for the replacement of the light bulbs with possible better lighting. The bathroom needs a better drainage system, as this will help with water drainage and less drainage stoppage. Lastly, our water heater's capacity is not suited for our building size and uses. It does not need to meet the demands of our center, which result in inadequate hot water. In conclusion, I respectfully request that the City Councilman consider our request to enhance the safety and functionality of Aliceville Senior Center. Your support in addressing these needs will greatly benefit our senior community and contribute to the overall well-being of our facility. By working together, we can make meaningful improvements that will positively impact the lives of our senior citizens and strengthen our community as a whole. We look forward to hearing from you. And I just want to say, I want to thank the fire department. He came in when we asked him to. He came in and he checked, and he went over the building and he checked. The worst thing that happened when we first smelled gas, and we had a hard time getting a hold of someone. You send the paper out that says call this number, that number, but it was a time lapse before someone came. And if we go in that building at 7 o'clock in the morning and we smell gas, we know to come out of that building. And then it takes time before somebody showed up. And the building could have exploded. We could have turned the lights on or one of the switch, anything could have happened that day. And then later on, we smelled gas again. So it got to be a slow leak somewhere in the building. I don't know, but they did come and the fire department did show up. So I appreciate that. He came into the building and looked around, and they did some temporary repairs. But I'm thinking about when wintertime comes and they turn that defective heater on or whatever it is that's causing it, and there's no carbon monoxide monitor in there, and we are seniors sitting in there, and some of us can't move, and the windows are closed shut, we can all die in that building. And it won't be long before you all be there. So I think that's why I'm saying it.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'd like to thank you for bringing up those concerns. We got that letter on the 18th, I believe, which was last Thursday. And on the 19th, that's when we started making all those repairs.
Yes.
Just to kind of address all the things that you put up. We're going to add 3 additional smoke alarms. We've already put a carbon monoxide alarm in. We have 3 fire extinguishers that are on order. The two lighted exit signs for the main door is on order. and the exit and directional signs have been placed, as well as the fire escape plan on the walls at the time that was already down there. But for some reason, somebody thought it was a good idea to take it down.
Okay.
So that being said, the other thing that we had, the gas department received the call at around 7:45. By 8 o'clock, they were down there. They stayed there from 8 o'clock until 12 to do a thorough search of the entire building, about make sure that there was no gas or any fumes of anything like that as far as natural gas. And their detection did not detect any natural gas, and that's they have a state of the art equipment to do so. What I think it is, because I went down there and saw some for myself. I think that it has to do with something with the sewage down there, and sewage, methane gas, and natural gas are similar gases, and they have distinct odors.
Mhm.
So we do have a plumber that's going to come and look at the system downstairs, and that should help take care of the gas smell before. And then I think the only other thing that I didn't have, the windows, as far as the windows being closed, that's a security measure, because at one point they were open and anybody could come inside the center, but those windows are about 3 to 4 feet high. And then speaking with some other fire individuals, those windows being open or closed would negatively affect. But I would like to get some new windows. They're old. It's a historical building, and you got to be careful with what you do. You can't just go pulling out stuff, because if you do, then we'll get fined for not doing this, that, and the third. And that's why we want to have a professional plumber come in, and not just me go out there and stick a roller hooter down there and try to clean it out.
Right.
But to address the whole concern, we thank you for bringing them forth, because that's the only way we know. If
And
you
we
don't
thank
tell
you
us,
all. We
we
thank
don't
you
know.
all for what you did.
So we're gonna
We thank you.
So we're gonna make sure we do that. Thank y'all for bringing that up
All
to
right,
us.
thank
because
you, thank you all.
If y'all don't do it, we can't do it if y'all don't tell us.
Exactly, thank
What
you.
me ball? What you say, me ball? That's it. See something, say something, stop something. So that being said, and like those things, once they come out of order, we'll make sure we place them. As far as the lights, the exercise, and the fire extinguisher. I think they're coming next Tuesday for the
Thank
fire
you.
extinguisher. So,
Thank you so much.
but yes, ma'am.
All
That
right.
being said, thank y'all for
Thank
bringing it up.
all of you.
Yes. Well, water heater. Thank you for bringing it out. The water heater, that's a brand new water heater. And we put it in there last year. I want to say November, October, or something like that. It's always been a small water heater there. It goes under the sink, so we're gonna have to look and see what other options that we can do, because that is supposed to be enough for cooking purposes, because that's the style that I think might be 5 to 6 gallons, I want to say. But if it's not, I think it's 5 gallons. But nobody's bathing and that type of stuff, so that kind of incorporates it. But if it's not adequate, we can try to see what other alternatives that we can find to put there, because you're talking about having to find another location. So you're talking about cutting out a larger section somewhere, so that way it can be fitted in there. So that's not a quick fix, which is why it ain't got fixed already.
Okay.
So, but if we need to get a 30 gallon or a 20 gallon, then we'll look and see what we can find to fit it. And then if we gotta get it, then we'll get it. It's not a problem. But I do want to know, there was a new one that was put in October. I want to say October, November. It was football season when it got put in. But like I said, if we need to get more or figure it out what we gotta do, then that's fine. I just want to make sure that I let you know about that, but that was one of the concerns.
Yeah, because with the water heater, it's just for the safety. We dealing with the food in the morning.
Right.
And then when we run one sink of water, that's all the hot water we have. Then we have to wait to get more hot water. And then we washing these industrial pans.
Right.
So, that's the reason why she said that.
Okay. That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
I got one thing. You said you get 2 fry sticks.
Right.
Yeah. So you go get one for a grease fry and a regular fry.
The fire department handled all that, so they gonna get out. They got the correct correct extinguisher. It's an extinguisher that you can use for all. So I imagine it's probably the one that we're gonna get. So they use the grease or oil base. Yeah.
We got them from Global, so they get them all.
Ms. Ball.
Well, I was just saying, you got, how many seniors do you have there on a daily basis?
Anywhere from
20,
25,
25.
You got them there from
25, 30.
25, 30,
Eight to
8 to
12.
about 12.
12, yeah. Latest 12, 30, 1 o'clock.
And so is this, water heater doing, is it mainly within washing their hands too? Because I'm sure they go.
Yeah, well, that water heater that washes hands is on another system. That's with the library. This is just sink water. This
The
just
food
water for
that,
sink.
you know, when they bring the food in, and then we have to wash all the utensils and everything. But that's on the bottom of the totem pole. The most important thing, first thing first. So the things that the fire department is doing and all that stuff you mentioned at first, that's what the real, that comes first. We just appreciate everything that you all done.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ms. Ball.
I just, that got the letter
Mhm.
also. And I didn't know they were gonna be here tonight, but thank you for coming, but I had already heard about it, so I was gonna mention it tonight also, about the situation that is taking place up there at City Citizens. So thank you. And also, I know it's like, April,
Mhm.
we just getting ready to get out of school.
Mm-hmm.
But this year I'm gonna jump the gun. This year, we're gonna do our back to school block party. Again, where we provide school supplies to, kids in the neighborhood. And this year we have to do it July the 27th, because I think they have something on the first Saturday in August. So it's gonna be July 27th, police chief and fire chief. I'm telling you, 2 o'clock to 5. What?
Said July 27th.
Yeah, July the 27th. So that's, I think, the last Saturday in July,
What was the time again?
2 to 5.
Where that?
Yeah.
There's another event that I got invited to, so that's why I'm trying to coordinate. I'm there to coordinate.
Coordinate. So it's gonna be July 27th. What did you ask me?
City Hall.
City Hall, yeah. It usually is at the pavilion. So we try to kind of utilize both of last year. Some of the bouncers, when it was really, really, really hot outside, some of the kids couldn't utilize the bouncers because it was so hot. So, hopefully this year we can kind of.
What? No. I'm like, it was. I'm ready for some water to be sprayed. It's gonna be hot.
So that's where we are. So we try to jump the gun and get all of our letters out to the sponsors that usually sponsor us, and we have had great sponsors every year. So we just thankful, police chief and all of them. And so we're looking forward to be bigger this year also. So
Wow. It's good.
For the city, yeah, I'm thinking about, city council, we get together and have, discuss about it. There's a lot of activity been going on in the city.
Yeah, we got cameras, some cameras now. We're getting the installer had to talk to the guy in New Orleans, but that's where they came from.
Yeah.
And they those zoom cameras that turn all the way around, and so and they're synced in with the National Law Enforcement Database, so that way, if they recognize my face and I'm a felon, they could potentially track me down.
So, the same one the power company would do?
No, this is a different company. The power company don't have those, but they just have data capabilities. This company actually has it goes in a database. So like I think Birmingham has some cameras like this, and some in Tuscaloosa. And they got different detection, even shot detection.
Yeah,
Shot
they want
detection.
him talking about, you know, yeah, they check license plate.
Yeah, we got two license plate readers, and they're expensive, so that's the reason why we had to be strategic on what we get. And then we got 6, and then I think 6 other cameras. So they'll be placed, but we just waiting on the installer to get us a price, so that way we can get it taken care of.
Oh, yeah, okay. On the senior citizen building, you know, some years ago, it been brought up. I have the health department been there yet? Inspector up there?
And they come,
Yeah, they come.
Yeah.
They been, y'all got great path and grade and stuff.
yes,
Yeah,
for his cleanliness. they
yeah,
do
right,
that,
right,
yes.
right, yeah. So I think in the future, I was always thinking about when it came up before about the senior citizen. We might need to move that senior citizen. Y'all might need to be
That building
moved
is
after the
older than
next
me.
guard.
That building is older than me.
Yeah, see, yeah,
I'm
right
80. I'm 80.
Yeah, I
That's
checked
older
it
than
out,
me.
looked all the way through some part of the building coming apart, and so we might need to move the senior citizens to the National Guard down there, or some other place or something. So that's what Thank you.
All right,
Well, that's something you did to look into.
Yeah.
all right. Well, anybody got any council got anything? Anybody?
No, that's it.
I entertain motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
I second that motion.